It started as just another wild party. Miami, 2004. Sean Diddy Combs at the peak of his fame, throwing a lavish mansion bash filled with flashing lights, celebrity faces, and music blasting until dawn. At the center of it all was a scene that seemed designed to shock: a woman, uncovered, laid out on a table with sushi arranged on her body. Cameras flashed. People laughed. It was over the top, surreal, and exactly what people expected from hip-hop's ultimate showman. But 20 years later, that same image has taken on a much darker meaning. To understand this shift, we need to delve into the historical context of both Diddy's career and the rise of internet conspiracy theories. Diddy, born Sean Combs in Harlem, New York, rose to prominence in the early 1990s as a talent director at Uptown Records. He quickly established himself as a force in the music industry, launching Bad Boy Records in 1993. Bad Boy became synonymous with a flashy, opulent lifestyle that defined much of 90s hip-hop. Artists like the notorious B.I.G. Craig Mack and Maze achieved massive success under Diddy's guidance, solidifying his reputation as a hitmaker and a cultural icon. His parties were legendary, known for their extravagance and celebrity attendees. They were a reflection of the bling era, a time when hip-hop embraced luxury and excess. The sushi incident, in many ways, was a culmination of this era, a display of wealth and a deliberate attempt to push boundaries. However, the cultural landscape has changed dramatically since 2004. The rise of social media has democratized information, but it has also created echo chambers where misinformation can spread rapidly. Conspiracy theories, once relegated to the fringes of the internet, have become increasingly mainstream. In 2024, as Diddy's legal troubles exploded into public view, old photos from that night resurfaced online and were quickly reinterpreted by conspiracy theorists. It wasn't just a party anymore. According to corners of the internet obsessed with hidden messages and elite symbolism, this was a ritual, a coded message, a sign of something far more disturbing. This reinterpretation is a product of several factors. Firstly, the internet has fostered a culture of suspicion and distrust. People are increasingly skeptical of mainstream media and institutions, leading them to seek alternative explanations for events. Secondly, the rise of visual culture has made images more powerful than ever before. A single photograph can be deconstructed and reinterpreted in countless ways, often divorced from its original context. Thirdly, the anonymity of the internet allows people to express extreme views without fear of social repercussions. This has created a breeding ground for conspiracy theories, which often rely on sensationalism and speculation. The specific conspiracy theories surrounding Diddy are rooted in a long history of suspicion towards the entertainment industry. For decades, rumors have circulated about secret societies and hidden agendas within Hollywood and the music business. These rumors often target powerful figures, accusing them of manipulating events for their own gain. The Diddy conspiracy theories are simply the latest iteration of this phenomenon, fueled by the internet's ability to amplify and disseminate misinformation. In their eyes, Diddy wasn't just a music mogul. He was a key figure in a global underworld. This perception is fueled by the tendency of conspiracy theories to connect seemingly disparate events into a grand, overarching narrative. In this case, Diddy's past actions, his wealth, and his connections to other influential figures are all woven together to create a picture of a powerful figure operating outside the bounds of the law. This narrative often relies on stereotypes and prejudices, particularly those related to wealth, power, and celebrity. It also taps into a deep-seated fear of the unknown and a desire to make sense of a complex world. The idea of a global underworld is a common trope in conspiracy theories, representing a hidden network of individuals who control events from behind the scenes. This trope is particularly appealing because it offers a simple explanation for complex problems, attributing them to the actions of a small group of people. It also allows believers to feel like they are part of a select group who are in the know, further reinforcing their commitment to the theory. That might sound outrageous because it is, But this is how the internet works now. As real-world allegations against Diddy made headlines, a parallel universe of theories began spinning its own narrative. And suddenly, a decades-old sushi stunt was being cited as evidence of alleged occult ties and underground networks, far beyond anything raised in court. The internet's ability to create parallel universes of information is one of its most defining characteristics. Social media algorithms curate content based on users' preferences, creating echo chambers where people are only exposed to information that confirms their existing beliefs. This makes it easy for conspiracy theories to gain traction, as people are more likely to encounter them if they are already predisposed to believe them. The speed at which information spreads online also contributes to the problem. A single tweet or video can reach millions of people in a matter of hours, making it difficult to debunk misinformation before it takes hold. The Diddy conspiracy theories are a prime example of this phenomenon. The sushi incident, which was initially seen as a harmless publicity stunt, has been reinterpreted as evidence of something far more sinister. This reinterpretation is based on speculation and conjecture, but it has gained widespread acceptance within certain online communities. This is how one party, one image, and one man got pulled into something much bigger and much stranger than anyone saw coming. The Diddy conspiracy theories highlight the dangers of online misinformation and the power of visual culture. Conspiracy theorists were able to capitalize on this climate by presenting Diddy as a convenient scapegoat, a figure who embodied the alleged corruption and depravity of the elite. The timing couldn't have been better or worse. QAnon, which had started to fade from mainstream discussion, suddenly had new content: old videos, strange celebrity behavior, and whispers of wild parties. It didn't matter that the sushi stunt happened 20 years ago. To some, it felt like proof they'd been right all along. The resurgence of QAnon in this context highlights the adaptability and resilience of conspiracy theories. QAnon, which originated in 2017, had lost some of its momentum in the years following the 2020 election. However, the Diddy controversy provided a new opportunity for the movement to reassert itself. By incorporating Diddy into its narrative, QAnon was able to attract new followers and revitalize its existing base. The fact that the sushi incident happened 20 years ago is irrelevant to conspiracy theorists. They are adept at cherry-picking evidence and reinterpreting events to fit their pre-existing beliefs. In this case, the sushi incident was presented as proof of a long-standing conspiracy, regardless of the fact that it occurred long before QAnon even existed. Because once that image went viral, it stopped being about extravagance or spectacle. It became a symbol of secret messages, elite rituals, and shadowy power, and Diddy was at the center of it. What is QAnon? QAnon is one of the most bizarre and influential conspiracy movements of recent years. It started back in 2017 when an anonymous user called Q began posting cryptic clues online, claiming to have inside knowledge of a hidden war between Donald Trump and a cabal of powerful elites. According to these posts, these elites were engaged in horrific behavior, including organized exploitation and cult-like practices. To fully grasp the QAnon phenomenon, it's crucial to understand its origins and core tenets. The movement emerged from the depths of online forums, fueled by a combination of political polarization, distrust in mainstream institutions, and a desire for simple explanations to complex problems. The anonymous figure Q claimed to be a high-ranking government official with access to classified information, posting cryptic messages that followers would then attempt to decode. These messages often revolved around the idea that Donald Trump was secretly fighting a deep state cabal of elites involved in nefarious activities. The movement quickly gained traction, attracting individuals from various backgrounds who felt disenfranchised or disillusioned with the status quo. The theory spread rapidly. Millions of people bought in. Suddenly, every celebrity Instagram post, courtroom headline, or award show photo was being decoded for hidden messages. And while the original Q stopped posting years ago, the movement didn't stop, it just evolved. The rapid spread of QAnon can be attributed to several factors, including the power of social media algorithms, the appeal of belonging to a community, and the human tendency to seek patterns and meaning, even where none exist. Social media platforms played a significant role in amplifying QAnon's message, as algorithms often prioritize engagement over accuracy. This meant that sensational and emotionally charged content, such as QAnon's claims, were more likely to be seen and shared. The movement also offered a sense of community and purpose to its followers, who felt like they were part of a secret mission to uncover the truth. Furthermore, QAnon tapped into the human tendency to see patterns and connections, even in random events. Followers would meticulously analyze every detail of public life, searching for hidden messages and clues that confirmed their beliefs. Even after the original Q stopped posting, the movement continued to evolve, adapting to new events and incorporating new figures into its narrative. Now, QAnon is less about one person and more about a worldview. It reframes real events as part of a grand, sinister plot. And once Diddy's name came up in serious legal allegations, QAnon followers did what they always do, filled in the blanks with their own narrative. The shift from a focus on a single figure, Q, to a broader worldview is a key characteristic of QAnon's evolution. The movement has become less about specific predictions and more about a general distrust of institutions and a belief in a hidden, malevolent force controlling the world. This worldview allows QAnon to adapt to new events and incorporate new figures into its narrative. When Diddy's legal troubles emerged, QAnon followers were quick to seize upon the opportunity, weaving his story into their existing framework of conspiracy and corruption. They filled in the blanks with their own interpretations, often based on speculation and conjecture, to create a narrative that fit their pre-existing beliefs. The viral spiral. Soon, conspiracy threads labeled Diddy a high priest in a secret network. The sushi scene was rebranded as a ritualistic display. Social media exploded with interpretations, symbolic offering, performance of dominance, and other coded readings. The enablers. The theories gained even more traction when people from Diddy's own orbit began speaking out. The amplification of conspiracy theories by individuals connected to the subject matter highlights the power of perceived authority and insider knowledge. When people who are seen as having first-hand experience or access to information endorse a conspiracy theory, it can lend credibility to the claims, even if they are based on speculation or conjecture. This is particularly true when the individuals have a pre-existing platform or following, as their endorsement can reach a wider audience. Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, started dropping cryptic interviews online. He hinted at disturbing, behind-the-scenes behavior and even claimed to witness a ceremonial act in Central Park. Whether true or not, these claims added fuel to the fire. In the eyes of believers, Deal wasn't just venting. He was confirming their suspicions. Gene Deal's cryptic interviews and claims of witnessing a ceremonial act exemplify how vague and unsubstantiated statements can be interpreted as evidence by conspiracy theorists. Then came singer Al B. Sure, who posted vague messages about Kim Porter's sudden 2018 death, suggesting there was more to the story than pneumonia. QAnon followers immediately jumped to the word cover-up. Next, a self-published book claiming to be based on Porter's diaries surfaced on Amazon. It was filled with wild accusations, surveillance, manipulation, and parties described in ominous terms. Porter's family denounced the book as fake. It was pulled offline, but not before it went viral. The lawsuits that lit the fire. The tipping point came in late 2023, when singer Cassie Ventura filed a lawsuit against Diddy, accusing him of years of abuse, surveillance, and coercion. The suit was shocking and settled within 24 hours. No testimony, no trial, just silence. The filing of Cassie Ventura's lawsuit against Diddy marked a turning point in the public perception of the artist. Producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones Jr. accused Diddy of druggings, secret recordings, and disturbing power dynamics, even alleging that footage was captured of powerful figures at private gatherings. The filing of Rodney Lil Rod Jones Jr.'s lawsuit further intensified the scrutiny on Diddy and added more fuel to the conspiracy theories. On July 2nd, the verdict landed. Diddy was found guilty on 2 counts related to coercive conduct, but not on the most explosive charges. He avoided conviction for trafficking and conspiracy. The verdict, while finding Diddy guilty on some counts, likely did little to dissuade conspiracy theorists. The fact that he avoided conviction on the most explosive charges would likely be interpreted as evidence of a cover-up or manipulation of the legal system. The pastel turn. As the legal drama cooled down, a new version of the story emerged, softer in tone, but just as conspiratorial. On TikTok and Instagram, wellness influencers began using the case as a gateway into what's known as pastel QAnon, a subtler, emotionally resonant form of conspiracy storytelling. The emergence of pastel QAnon demonstrates the adaptability and evolution of conspiracy theories. The Diddy case became part of this broader narrative about powerful people hurting the vulnerable and brave truth-tellers trying to shine a light. The use of hashtags like #SaveTheChildren and soothing music over montages of clues is a deliberate strategy to appeal to emotions and create a sense of urgency. Conclusion. Diddy's legal saga is far from over. More lawsuits may come. More stories may emerge. But while courts operate in facts, the internet often runs on narratives. The ongoing nature of Diddy's legal saga ensures that the conspiracy theories surrounding him will likely continue to evolve and spread. The Diddy saga isn't about truth, it's about belief. A single sushi table became a symbol. A party became a myth. And a man became a cipher for every dark suspicion people have about power, fame, and the unseen forces shaping the world.